Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Portageville Bulldog Baseball from the Sky Bacon Ballpark in Ozark, Missouri. Our broadcast is presented by Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid. At Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid, the bottom line is trust. Other broadcast sponsors include Ellington Insurance, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri in Portageville, McDonald's, Baker Implement Company of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, First State Community Bank in Portageville, by Greenpoint Ag, Butler Drugs, by Dr. David M. Boyd, Swedes Gym, Nutrient Ag Solutions, New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner Mike Kellums, the City of Portageville, Citizens First State Representative Donnie Brown, the Portageville School District, by Juju Promotions in New Madrid, the Leo Funeral Home and Monument Company, Cotton Picking Clean, and Pimascott Dunklin Electric and PD Fiber. And now, Portageville Bulldog Baseball from the Final Four.
And good morning, everyone, from Sky Bacon Ballpark in Ozark, Missouri. It's the Final Four. Class 3 gets underway this morning with a couple of the top teams in the state. And the last high school coaches poll of the regular season had Portageville the number 1 team. They'll be facing South Callaway, the number 5 ranked team in the state here in the first semifinal. Big crowd from Portageville at the ballpark this morning. South Callaway, they're the Bulldogs too, and very similar colors, but Portageville has the South Callaway fans outnumbered here at the ballpark this morning. Should be a good baseball game as we look at the numbers of these two teams as we get set for first pitch. At 10 o'clock this morning, the Bulldogs have won the coin toss. They will be the home team so they will be in the field to start the ball game. South Callaway will be hitting in the first half, or the top half of the first inning. South Callaway taking their infield and outfield practice now. We'll take our first pregame break. I want to remind you we're presented by Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid. We appreciate all of our great sponsors who make our Final Four coverage, Class 3 baseball, possible from Ozark. Back with more after this.
Let Ellington Insurance help you lower your insurance costs. Ellington Insurance has partnered with a variety of the most reputable insurance companies around to help save you money on your home, auto, life, and health insurance. They offer residential and commercial policies. Ellington Insurance not only saves you money on your premiums, they're part of the community and are here to help you when the need arises. Call or stop in Ellington Insurance today with offices in Portageville, Caruthersville, and Steele, and online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-thru pickup. Join My McDonald's Rewards.
Earn points for free food at McDonald's. Download the app today. Your local McDonald's is proud to be part of the community and is happy to support area youth. Everyone at your local McDonald's wishes all the area teams the best of luck.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axial Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add the automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest Command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axial Flow Combines. Available at Baker Implement with locations throughout Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Welcome back to the Class 3 Final Four in Ozark, Missouri, as the South Callaway Bulldogs continue their infield warm-ups as we get set for first pitch here. We have partly cloudy skies at the ballpark this morning, temperatures in the 70s, but the chance of rain will go up around noon today, up around 55% at noon. So we'll see if that has any impact on Game 1. Could definitely impact Game 2 that will start at 1 o'clock as Barstow will take on Licking in the other Class 3 semifinal game. The ballpark here in Ozark is all turf. So if you're a Bulldog fan or just a baseball fan, never been over to a U.S. ballpark, which is now Sky Bacon Stadium, it is all turf, all around here, and the dimensions are large. 330 down the lines is 375 in the alleys, 400 feet to dead center field, and the outfield fence is 20 feet tall. So it is a task to hit one out of here. I did not see any home runs in the first two games that I covered in Class 1 baseball, but occasionally there is a home run. But if any of the players here hit it, it will be all on their own because there's very little breeze. What little breeze there is blowing out towards center field. Portageville with a record of 34-2 on the season, and South Callaway a mark of 23-7. Looking at the batting averages, team batting average for Portageville is 354. Great team batting average for Portageville. It's 356 for South Callaway. And one interesting fact about South Callaway, their leadoff batter, Jacob Martin, looking at his numbers, if this isn't a typo, His season batting average is .754. The first four hitters for South Callaway have fairly high batting averages, and then their lineup drops off. For Portageville, it's more balanced up and down the lineup, and a lot of times a balanced hitting order 1 through 9 will win you important ball games as well as pitching. And we'll tell you about the starters in this one as we get set for first pitch as South Callaway and Portageville coming up 10 o'clock this morning. We'll be back with more from Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark right after this.
Peace of mind means that you can breathe easy and relax. It means that you're covered, you're protected. At First State Community Bank, your financial well-being is our top priority. That's why we offer ID Protect with our preferred checking account. ID Protect provides credit monitoring, identity theft protection, 3-in-1 credit reporting, and most importantly provides you with peace of mind for you and your family. Ask about preferred checking with ID Protect today. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Farmers, does your supplier seem more interested in what benefits them than you? Well, then you need to see Greenpoint Ag in Portageville. Their field agronomists will develop a cost-effective program based on sound agronomy and economics. They have dry and liquid fertilizers available and even custom applications. They have all the brand name seeds, seed treating, chemicals, as well as cost-saving generics. And their precision agronomy service will handle variable rate application, tissue sampling, and crop scouting. See the professionals at Greenpoint Ag on Highway T South in Portageville or give them a call today at 573-379-3816.
Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid knows their customers depend on quality service, and that's why you can rely on service manager Rodney Seiler and his GM team for complete service on your Chevrolet vehicles. And for quality body repairs, contact Eric Russell. He works on every make and model and coordinates with all insurance companies. Yes, Martindale sells new Chevrolets, but they also offer GM quality parts, service, and body repairs. Visit Martindale Chevrolet on Highway 61 in New Madrid or martindalechevrolet.com.
When you're not feeling well, you want to see a friendly, helpful face behind that pharmacy counter. That's what you'll always get with Trey Roan at Butler Drug in downtown Portageville. Butler Drug is your local Health Mart pharmacy where we know your name, not just your refill number. We offer name brand and generic prescriptions, and we're here to help with over-the-counter meds too. Butler Drug prides itself in dispensing knowledge, not just prescriptions. Make sure you check out Annie Kate's Gifts and Collectibles next time you're in. Butler Drug, open Monday through Friday from 9 until 6.
Nutrient Ag Solutions is dedicated to helping farmers achieve maximum success by providing products and services their customers need to grow the best crops possible. Nutrient Ag Solutions provides experience, knowledge, and total product offerings to help farmers compete in today's ag industry. Not only do they have the products you require, like fertilizer, chemicals, and seed, but they also provide agronomic services that farmers need to succeed. Profit from their experience at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Dr. David M. Boyd, DMD, and the We Care team in Portageville are proud supporters of both high school sports and Bright Smiles. The office is open and they're seeing patients to ensure your good dental health and a smile. Please call them at 573-379-3650 to schedule an appointment. You may also visit the website at drdavidboyd.com. Go team from Dr. David M. Boyd, DMD, and the We Care team. Call 379-3650. Dr. Boyd congratulates all area teams and sends best wishes for another successful season.
Perry Jones back at Sky Bacon Stadium for the Final Four presented by Martindale Chevrolet. We appreciate Martindale Chevrolet and all of our great broadcast sponsors that make our Final Four coverage possible. The coaches have met with the umpires, and we're about ready to get this one underway as they will introduce the starters. So we will do that as well. We'll look at South Callaway, the Bulldogs of South Callaway. Mentioned Jacob Martin and his extremely high batting average. He'll be in the field defensively at second base. He's listed as a pitcher, but he will be leading things off for South Callaway. Ryan Lepper will be at shortstop and batting second. Owen Reese will be the catcher and hitting third. Ethan Edwards will be at first base and batting fourth. Tucker Jones will be at third base and batting fifth for South Callaway. Braden Allen will be in right field and batting sixth. Chase Mealy will be the DH and batting seventh. J.T. Thomas will be the center fielder and batting eighth. And Dane Daughtry will be doing the pitching for South Callaway. And just looking at Daughtry's numbers on the season, on the mound, he is 5-1. The record, he has pitched 39 in the third innings, Earned run average of 2.33. He has struck out 36 and walked 13. That's the numbers for the starters. Dane Daughtry, the pitcher for South Callaway. For the Portageville Bulldogs, they will be in the field and bat as the home team in the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Dunlap, the center fielder, will lead things off for Coach Tyler Trover's Bulldogs. Bo Warren will bat second and play second base defensively. Mason Adams will hit third. Mason will be the shortstop in the field, and Trey Benthal will be doing the pitching and batting cleanup for Portageville. Thomas Frakes will bat fifth and be the first baseman. Carson Bradley is the DH. And batting sixth in the order for the Bulldogs, Jaquan Bogan will be doing the catching. And batting seventh, Connor Johnson will be doing the field in third base defensively. And Connor Johnson will be hitting eighth in the order. And Rylan Parton will be batting ninth and playing left field. Connor Jeffries in the field defensively and right field for the Bulldogs for Coach Trover's Bulldogs. South Callaway 23-7 on the season. Portageville 34-2. And just looking at the numbers for Trey Benthal, who will get the start for the Bulldogs, he is 11-1, 57.2 innings pitched, 1.84 the ERA. He has struck out 15. And walked none on the season. Or he has only walked 15. He has struck out 88 on the season. 88 strikeouts, only 15 walks, and a great record for the starter. They have him listed as Donnie Benthal, but we have him as Trey, so that's what we're going to go by. A lot of times the official rosters for the teams a little different than what they're known when in the dugout and with the home fans. So we're going to go by the names that we know and have had all season long. South Callaway and Portageville coming up in the semifinal of the Class 3 Final Four. And, folks, wouldn't it be neat if Portageville, after winning third last year, can bring home the championship this year? That would just be a great, great honor for this great Portageville Bulldog team. We'll take a final pregame break as we get set for first pitch. It's just about 5 minutes away here from Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, Missouri. Our broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet. Back with more right after this.
If you're looking for a place to have a great workout, look no further than Swede's Gym. Getting and staying in shape isn't always easy, but don't tell the folks at Swede's Gym. Excellent state-of-the-art equipment, an easier than ever pay system, 24-hour access with security, and free Wi-Fi offer you less excuses and more incentive to reach your full physical potential. Call Jimmy Fisher at 573-391-4100 to get started today.
The City of Portageville is a sponsor and supporter of the Portageville Bulldogs and wishes the team continued success. The Bulldogs are great ambassadors for the entire community, and all good wishes are extended to the players, coaches, and fans from the Board of Aldermen, City Hall staff, and city employees who agree that the community is fortunate to be represented by such a fine group of athletes. Good luck, Bulldogs. Here's wishing you all the best from the City of Portageville.
As your District 149 State Representative, Donnie Brown knows the value of high school sports activities and how sports help to shape our young people for the challenges of tomorrow. That's why Donnie Brown is pleased to be a broadcast sponsor of high school sports. Good luck and best wishes to all from your District 149 State Representative, the Honorable Donnie Brown, serving the citizens of New Madrid, Pemiscot, and Mississippi counties. Paid for by Citizens for Donnie Brown, Angie Kellums, Treasurer.
The Portageville School District Board of Directors salutes the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Board President Mark Moody, Vice President Micah Rohn, Secretary Jarrett Warren, Treasurer Ronnie G. Adams, and members Ronnie K. Adams, Michael Prince, Patty Johnson, and Superintendent of Schools Michael Allred. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
I think I came up with the perfect slogan for Juju Promotions.
Cool, let's hear it.
Juju Promotions. If you can think it, we can ink it.
That is perfect. It covers everything a local business, corporation, school, church, sports team, fundraiser, anything any individual can think of.
Exactly. T-shirts, sports uniforms, hats, signs, banners, decals, pens, cups, whatever. If you can think it, we can ink it.
You nailed this one, bud. Juju Promotions in New Madrid, 573-748-4040, and on Facebook. If you can think it, we can ink it.
Juju Promotions would like to thank coaches McFerrin and Jenkins and the entire Eagles basketball team for such an exciting basketball season.
DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company is proud to be a Portageville Bulldogs sponsor and encourages their many friends to support Bulldog sports again this year. DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company is and always has been family-owned. DeLeo Funeral Home has served families in Portageville and surrounding areas for well over a century and will be there to assist your family today and always. Remember, whether the game's at home or away, go Bulldogs from DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company in Portageville. Cotton Pick and Clean is your industrial strength cleaning service, specializing in schools, hospitals, and industrial facilities in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Their professional personnel can handle the big cleaning jobs in a professional manner because they are professionals. Call Thomas McAllister at 573-979-4184 or Jeff Wells at 573-820-4476 and solve those cleaning issues once and for all with Cotton Pick and Clean, a supporter of high school sports.
Back at Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, Missouri, the Portageville Bulldogs take to the field as Trey Benthal will take his warm-ups, and we're about set for first pitch. Good to have you along. A broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet. Great sponsors also helping bring you the action here from the Final Four, as this Portageville team, an amazing season. Only 2 losses, 34-2, their record. And come into this, the Final Four is probably the definite favorite. But you have to perform on the field, and I know that's what Coach Trover's talking about in the semifinal game with his ball team. Come out, play well, get the bats going, score some runs, and move on to the championship game. Pitching also at a premium in the Final Four as you play back-to-back games. So for both ball clubs, first things first, winning the semifinal game and trying to get in that championship game tomorrow as the right-hander Trey Benthal takes his warm-up tosses. Coming up for South Callaway, it'll be Jacob Martin leading things off, Ryan Lepper and Owen Reese, followed by Ethan Edwards, Tucker Jones, Bradley Allen, Chase Neely, J.T. Thomas, and Dane Daughtry. As the right-hander Trey Benthal continues his warm-up tosses. Bogan behind the plate, Johnson at third, Adams at short, Warren at second, Frakes at first. Parton in left field, Dunlap in center, Jeffries in right. Want to also thank Monty Lyons, all of his work back at the studios, getting us hooked up and on the radios. We're coming to you on Sports Radio KMIS. We are also coming to you on the KTMO streaming platforms with audio only. We are not allowed to stream the video. If you want the video, it is available at Misha.tv. On a pay-per-view basis, we are not allowed to produce the Final Four videos like we have the rest of the season. So that is through Blue Frame and Huddle, who have contracted with the State Activities Association for the streaming rights. So we have your free radio broadcast, and we also have the audio on the KTMO streaming platform, so be sure and share that. As we are set for baseball, and Jacob Martin with that lofty batting average comes to the plate, 754. That means he reaches base with a hit 3 out of 4 times on the season, if there's not a typo there, and Trey Benthal will pitch out of the stretch, and we are set for action here as the first pitch heads home and sails outside, ball 1. Infield at regular depth, outfield straight away for the Portageville Bulldogs. Trey comes set, gets the sign from his catcher Bogan. The next pitch comes in, and it's outside and low, ball 2. So 2-0 the count to Martin. Martin, 6-footer. He's a senior for South Callaway. Shows bunt and takes this one, and the ball goes back to the backstop, ball 3. So 3-0 to the leadoff man, Jacob Martin. I know sometimes the theory is don't let the other team's best players beat you, and I think that would really be the case with South Callaway in their top 3 or 4 in their order. But the leadoff man, Martin, trying to get on with a 3-0 count, shows bunt and takes ball 4 way high. So a 4-pitch walk, and Martin reaches base. And that's how we start the top of the first.
The shortstop, number 13, Ryan Leeper.
Ryan Leeper, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Wears the lucky 13 on his back. Ryan has an average of .451, a left-handed hitter. Third baseman Johnson comes way in toward home, protecting against the bunt. Middle infielders at double play depth. Frakes holds the runner on at first, and Martin with a good lead. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. To Leeper. I don't care if you were here last year, if you're a player, there's a bit of nerves when you take to the field and start action here in the Final Four. This pitch is fouled out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 to Leeper. With the foul ball, Martin still at first. Bogan, the catcher, going through the signs to Trey Benthal. Trey leans in. A strikeout would be big here against Leeper. A double play would even be bigger. Ground ball to one of the infielders, and he takes it just inside. Ball 1. Didn't miss by much. 1-2 the count. Left-handed hitting shortstop. I believe he is the son of the coach for South Callaway as well. So Leeper back in the box and taking his lead, Martin. The 1-2 pitch. A curveball is hit down the third baseline and in foul territory. Backhanded by Coach Leeper in the coach's box. Nice play there. Johnson was going over, but it was about 3 or 4 feet outside the bag at third. But Leeper that time with 2 strikes, just trying to poke it in play somewhere, and almost got it over the bag fair down the third base line. 1-2 the count to Leeper. Trey's pitch is hitting the air down the left field line. Long run. I don't think anyone's going to get there, and it's going to get over the fence and out of play down by the Portageville bullpen, and the count remains 1-2. We are in the top of the first. Leadoff walk to Martin. He's at first. And a 1-2 count to Ryan Leeper, the South Callaway shortstop, left-handed hitting batter at the plate. Martin with a decent lead at first. And a pitch to the plate, and a ground ball to short, or second. And a throw to second for 1. The relay to first not in time. Just wasn't hit hard enough to Warren, but he gets the force out to Adams at second on the fielder's choice.
But Warren fields the ground ball, throws to...
So Warren to Adams for the force out of Martin. So Lepper will be the runner at first, and Owen Reese will be the batter.
Number 15, Owen Reese.
Reese hitting .333 on the season. He is a right-handed hitter. 1 down, runner at first. Ball took about 2 hops and high hops to the second baseman, just not hard enough to turn the 2. And the first pitch, a breaking pitch in there, a called strike to Reese. Outfield very deep for Reese as the right-handed hitter stands in. Parton comes in just a few steps now in left field, but outfield straight away, and this pitch is fouled straight back, and it's 0-2 to Reese.
15 catcher Owen Reese.
Mentioned Reese batting .333 on the season. Does not have a home run, has a triple, 4 doubles on the season. And 0-2 the count to Reese. And Trey Benthal looks in, gets the sign as the runner takes his lead from first, and this pitch low and outside. Bogan with a nice stop of that one. The count 1-2 to Owen Reese. Cleanup hitter is Ethan Edwards. Cleanup hitters average only 279, as you see how the averages kind of dip off for South Callaway as you go further down the lineup. Now the 1-2 pitch. Foul tip into the mitt of Bogan. He holds on, and that strikeout is out number 2 in the inning.
Portageville pitcher.
Ethan Edwards now, the cleanup hitter at the plate.
The first baseman, number 22, Ethan Edwards.
Leaper still at first now with 2 outs. Another right-handed hitter is Edwards at the plate. Trey Benthal. Long look into the plate, and the pitch is low, blocked there by Bogan. Ball at his feet, and he picks it up. Runner stays at first. Ball 1 to the hitter, Ethan Edwards. Thanks to Tad Jones setting up our broadcast here from the ballpark, and Monty Lyons back in the studio handling all of the details there, the throw over to first. Lepper is back in there safely, sliding back into the bag. 1-0 the count to the cleanup hitter, Ethan Edwards. Leadoff walk, fielder's choice, and a strikeout. 2 outs in the inning. Runner still at first. Now he goes. Here's a little bloop fly ball over the shortstop's head. Picking the ball up will be Mason Adams and get it back in, so he'll be first and third. Adams with a great try on that one, but just died over his head, and runners at the corners. Little fly ball that just gets over Adams' head, so runners at first and third on the play. And 2 down, and Tucker Jones will be the batter. Tucker is batting .220 on the season, a right-handed hitter facing Trey Benthal. That one just hit hard enough to get over Adams' head, and Adams almost made a spectacular play going back on it. Here's a ground ball to the second baseman, and Portageville will get out of it as Warren to Frakes for the out. That'll do it. A couple of runners stranded for South Callaway in the top of the first. Portageville to bat when we return right after this.
For over 80 years, Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Cooperative has been providing stable, safe, and affordable electricity to our members. Now they've added Pemiscot-Dunklin Fiber, a world-class fiber optic network offering super-fast gigabit internet, ultra-high-definition TV, and crystal-clear phone services. Plus, you'll always get top-notch customer service with local representatives you know. PDEC and Pemiscot-Dunklin Fiber. Stop by their new location at 805 1st Street in Kennett or learn more at pdec.coop.
Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid knows their customers depend on quality service, and that's why you can rely on service manager Rodney Seiler and his GM team for complete service on your Chevrolet vehicles. And for quality body repairs, contact Eric Russell. He works on every make and model and coordinates with all insurance companies. Yes, Martindale sells new Chevrolets, but they also offer GM quality parts, service, and body repairs. Visit Martindale Chevrolet on Highway 61 in New Madrid or martindalechevrolet.com.
Oliver Jones and Gats Darby from South Callaway High School for helping retrieve.
Back at Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, our broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet. It'll be the Bulldogs coming to the plate. Dunlap, Warren, and Adams, Benthal, Frakes, and Bradley, Bogan, Johnson, and Parton. The batting order for Portageville. Top half of the inning, South Callaway with a leadoff walk. Then they got a bloop hit, had runners at first and third with 2 outs, but a ground ball to second, and Portageville gets out of the inning without any damage done. Now the Bulldogs will try to jump out to the quick start against the right-handed pitching Dane Daughtry. Daughtry's numbers, I'll run over those once again for you on the mound. 5-1 the record, 39 in the third innings pitched, ERA of 2.33. He has walked 13 and on the season and struck out 36. And Aaron Dunlap will lead things off for the Bulldogs. Aaron, left-handed hitter, stands in facing Daughtry, and the first pitch is low and inside, ball 1. And we are underway, bottom half of the first inning. Aaron's average, .430. Great average for the leadoff hitter this season. The 1-0 pitch to Dunlap is a curveball outside, ball 2. So 2-0, Daughtry to Aaron Dunlap. leading off the bottom of the second inning. Third baseman Jones in a bit at third, and this breaking pitch stays outside, and it's 3-0 to Dunlap. South Callaway got a leadoff walk, and now Dunlap 3-0. Trying to lead off the bottom half of the inning. He'll take strike one at the knees. Coach Tyler Trover's ball club. Third place finish last year. They were a little disappointed in that semifinal game, and they know how important it is to get off to a good start in the semifinals. Dunlap with a bouncer right over the bag at first, fielded by Edwards, and he'll step on the bag for out number one. Almost hit the bag, the backside of the bag at first, but just over the top of it. Edwards steps on the bag, and there's one down. Bo Warren now coming to the plate. Bo, another Bulldog with a great season, .333 the average for the junior. And he takes the first pitch outside and low, ball one. One out, nobody on for Portageville in the bottom of the first inning. Now the 1-0, ground ball to third, comes off the third baseman. Jones picks up quickly and throws to first in time for the out. Hard hit ball. Jones had it go off of him, but picked it up and fired a bullet over to Edwards to retire Warren. So the first two Bulldogs retired here in the bottom of the first inning. Now Mason Adams will come to the plate.
Number 9, Mason Adams.
Mason hitting .392 on the season, left-handed hitter. Trying to get things started with 2 outs for the Bulldogs, and he takes a curve ball for ball one. Daughtry out of the windup, the 1-0 pitch. This one is a little bit low, ball two. We see Daughtry, what he is going to feature is a lot of off-speed breaking pitch type stuff from the pitcher. Fastball sails outside, 3-0 to Mason Adams. Trey Benthal in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. If Adams can reach, 3-0 the count to Mason. Pitch from Daughtry is a strike at the knees. 3-1 the count. Next pitch headed home. Curveball is a called strike, so the count goes full. 3-2 to Mason Adams. Ground ball to first, ground ball to third. First two hitters retired for Portageville, and now with 2 outs, nobody on. This pitch is fouled off, and the count remains 3-2 to Mason Adams. Bottom of the first inning, getting a few clouds coming in as the sunshine, which we started the ball game in, disappears. And again, chance of rain around noon. Again, a tough curveball fouled off by Mason Adams, and he stays alive, 3-2. You keep fouling off the tough pitches and good hitters like Mason Adams, they'll get one that hangs a little bit, and they'll give it a ride. Now 3-2 with 2 outs, base is empty, and he gets a curveball and hits it to second. Fielded by Martin, flips to first. 1-2-3. Portageville retired. Bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless as we go to the second. South Callaway bats right after this.
New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner Mike Kellums is a graduate of Portageville High School and a lifelong Bulldog booster. Commissioner Kellums, along with his wife Renee, are delighted to recognize and sponsor this outstanding team. Commissioner Kellums appreciates all the hard work the teams put into continuing the record of excellence displayed by Portageville High School athletes. Congratulations are in order to the Bulldog coaches, players, students, fans, and members of the Portageville community. Good luck, Bulldogs, and all you do, from your New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner, Mike Kellums.
Let Ellington Insurance help you lower your insurance costs. Ellington Insurance has partnered with a variety of the most reputable insurance companies around to help save you money on your home, auto, life, and health insurance. They offer residential and commercial policies. Ellington Insurance not only saves you money on your premiums, they're part of the community and are here to help you when the need arises. Call or stop in Ellington Insurance today with offices in Portageville, Caruthersville, and Steele, and online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Back at Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, Missouri, we go to the top of the second, scoreless ball game. Our broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet, and Braden Allen, the number 6 hitter, will lead things off, facing Trey Benthal. Trey with 17 pitches in his first inning of work. Runners were at the corners for South Callaway with 2 outs, but Trey got out of the inning as the first pitch fouled back to the backstop for strike 1. Leadoff walk to Martin started the inning, then a bloop hit over the shortstop's head, put runners at first and third. But no damage done in the inning. A couple of ground outs, one fielder's choice to second, then a strikeout. In the top half of the first, now this pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Braden Allen. Allen hitting .229. You see the numbers, how they really drop off for South Callaway after you get past the first 4 hitters. Now the 0-2 pitch to Allen. Fouled up in the stands down the right side. That's where the Portageville fans are located here at the ballpark. Oh, 0-2 the count to Allen. Leading off the top of the second, scoreless ball game in this Class 3 semifinal. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1 in the inning. Good high fastball from Trey Benthal. Now Chase Mealy will come to the plate. 269. He's a freshman, right-handed hitter facing Trey Benthal. 1 out, nobody on here at top of the second inning. First pitch to the plate. A little bit outside, ball 1. Didn't miss by much that time from Trey. These umpires are selected for Final Four work due to their season performance, so it's an honor for them. So always have a good crew here at the Final Four. This pitch outside, ball 2. Missouri State High School Activities Association, they really put on a good event here. At all the Final Fours, but this baseball event, these guys go through some long hours, and ladies here working at the ballpark. This pitch is ball 3, 3-0 to Mealy. With 1 out, nobody on in the top of the second. 4 games each day from the ballpark. Class 3 will play at 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock both days. Class 4 will follow at 4 and 7. Here's a strike, 3-1, the count to Mealy. Good crowd from Portageville here. Outnumbering the South Callaway fans, probably 2-1 here at the ballpark, but lots of Bulldogs because they're both Bulldogs. Here's a ground ball back up the middle. The shortstop will field. Adams, the throw to first, is going to pull him off the bag. He tried to make the tag over it with Frakes at first as it was up toward home plate. And they're going to say safe at first base. Adams' throw kind of sailed toward home plate, and Frakes had to come off the bag. So a 1-out base runner at first, and J.T. Thomas will be at the plate. J.T., 291 the average, a right-handed hitter. Coming in, Johnson at third with 1 out. And a ground ball to first. That'll get the runner down the move to second, and then throwing Frakes down to second after stepping on the bag. We'll get the double play, retiring Mealy. Nice play, Thomas Frakes, as he fielded it right around the bag, stepped on the bag, and fired to second. And South Callaway comes up empty in the second. Portageville's turn when we return. Bottom half of the second, scoreless ball game. presented by Martindale Chevrolet right after this.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-through pickup. Join My McDonald's Rewards.
Earn points for free food at McDonald's. Download the app today. Your local McDonald's is proud to be part of the community and is happy to support area youth. Everyone at your local McDonald's wishes all the area teams the best of luck.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axial Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add the automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest Command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axial Flow Combines. Available at Baker Implement with locations throughout southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Back at Sky Bacon Stadium, Trey Benthel will lead things off. Dane Daughtry, the right-handed pitcher, 15 pitches in the first inning. And the first pitch is strike to Trey. Trey's batting average for the senior, .396 on the season. Great senior season for Trey. This curveball is inside, ball one, 1-1 the count. Again, Daughtry, not an overpowering pitcher. He's not one of those you see here in the Final Four that's just going to blow people away with the hard stuff. But he uses that breaking pitch, and a swing and a miss by Trey Benthel is strike two at a breaking ball. Breaking away from the right-handed hitter. Started about the knees on the outside corner. Now 1-2 the count to Trey. Trying to reach base here in the second. Ball two is low. Good to have you along here. From the Final Four, Class 3 baseball. Congratulations to Cooter. They took third place in Class 1 baseball the last couple of days. Trey hits this one hard. Base hit in the left field. First hit for the Bulldogs off of Trey Benthal's bat. Between short and third, so Trey at first base.
That brings up the first baseman, number 11, Thomas Frakes.
Thomas Frakes will now come to the plate. Thomas, a great play at first base. Ground ball to the first baseman who was holding on the runner. He stepped on the bag and threw an absolute strike down to second and got the base runner down there. Coach Trover going through the signs. Thomas with an average of .376 on the season, the right-handed hitter. Another one of the seniors for Portageville, and Thomas hits it right off the end of the bat. They're going to try to get the force out at second, and the low throw to the shortstop, and he hangs on and gets the force out at second. Edwards with a short hop to Leaper. So the ball in play, and a fielder's choice goes 3-6. And Trey Benthal is forced out. Carson Bradley now at the plate. See if Carson can bring him around. The junior, .372 is Carson's average. In at third is Jones, just in case Carson wants to lay down a bunt. The first pitch to him is popped up on the infield to the shortstop. Leaper will come in and make the catch for out number two. So a runner at first and two down here in the bottom of the second on the pop fly.
For out number two.
Portageville with one hit in the ball game. One hit so far for South Callaway.
Jaquan Bogan.
Jaquan Bogan now at the plate. Jaquan hitting .463. What a season for Jaquan. Just a sophomore. Boy, he's a good one. First pitch to Bogan is a strike on the outside corner. Runner at first now is Frakes. Two down here in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless ball game. Class 3 semifinal. The runner goes. The pitch is high. The throw down to second is not in time. Thomas will steal the base. Swipe tag, and the ball rolled away from the shortstop. Pitch was called a ball, so the count 1-1 now to Bogan, trying to drive in the first run of the ball game. Jaquan is ready, and Daughtry will check the runner down at second base. And the pitch to Bogan. High hopper is fouled down the third baseline. Coach Tyler Trover fields that one and fires it back to the pitcher. 1-2. Now the count to Jaquan Bogan. Big gap in right center field for Bogan. If he takes it the opposite way, now they'll fake a throw down to second. Martin, the second baseman, going over toward the bag, but no throw from the pitcher. Breaks head first back into the bag. Now 1-2, the count again on Bogan with 2 outs and a runner at second. Jaquan back up the middle, base hit. Breaks will round third. The center fielder comes up. The throw to the plate is not in time. Bogan takes second on great base running, and the Bulldogs go up 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Ground ball right back up the middle. Thomas came up, made a strong throw to the plate, but Breaks scored safely, and Bogan takes second on the throw home. So it's 1-0 Bulldogs and a runner in scoring position for Connor Johnson. Connor, the junior third baseman, trying to drive in the second run here in the inning.
Courtesy runner number 3, Xavion Bogan.
Xavion Bogan is a runner for the catcher. And a bouncing ball foul down the third baseline off of Connor Johnson's bat. Strike one. Boy, you always like to start first. You want to get off to a quick start. And Portageville, even though they went down 1-3 in the first, scoring a run here in the second, leading 1-0. And the 0-1 pitch to Johnson as Portageville looks for more. Johnson whacks it down the left field line, but cooking foul. Hit it pretty well, but about 15 feet foul down the left field line, and the count 0-2 to Connor Johnson. Wind here at Sky Bacon Stadium blowing in just a bit from center field. Overcast skies now here at the ballpark. Johnson with an 0-2 count with the runner at second and 2 down. Trying to bring another run home here in the inning. Takes a curveball outside and low. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Connor Johnson stands back in. Pickoff throw, and back in there safely to second is Bogan. Second baseman Martin trying to hold the runner close at second, so that puts a big hole between first and second for Johnson, and he hits it over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields, and a strong throw across the diamond will retire Johnson at first. So a runner stranded, but a run in. Portageville leads 1-0 as we go to the third right after this.
Peace of mind means that you can breathe easy and relax. It means that you're covered, you're protected. At First State Community Bank, your financial well-being is our top priority. That's why we offer ID Protect with our preferred checking account. ID Protect provides credit monitoring, identity theft protection, 3-in-1 credit reporting, and most importantly provides you with peace of mind for you and your family. Ask about preferred checking with ID Protect today. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Farmers, does your supplier seem more interested in what benefits them than you? Well, then you need to see Greenpoint Ag in Portageville. Their field agronomists will develop a cost-effective program based on sound agronomy and economics. They have dry and liquid fertilizers available and even custom applications. They have all the brand name seeds, seed treating, chemicals, as well as cost-saving generics. And their precision agronomy service will handle variable rate application, tissue sampling, and crop scouting. See the professionals at Greenpoint Ag on Highway T South in Portageville, or give them a call today at 573-379-3816.
Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid knows their customers depend on quality service, and that's why you can rely on service manager Rodney Seiler and his GM team for complete service on your Chevrolet vehicles. And for quality body repairs, contact Eric Russell. He works on every make and model and coordinates with all insurance companies. Yes, Martindale sells new Chevrolets, but they also offer GM quality parts, service, and body repairs. Visit Martindale Chevrolet on Highway 61 in New Madrid or martindalechevrolet.com.
Back at Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, we go to the top of the third. 9-1-2 due up for South Callaway, and Trey Benthal, 27 pitches through 2 innings, will start work here in the third with his Bulldogs up 1-0. And Dane Daughtry, the pitcher for the opponent, at the plate. And the pitch, strike called from Trey. At the knees in the outside corner. I hope you can hear the Portageville fans sitting down in front of us here at the stadium. Big group of Bulldog fans here this morning. 0-1 to Daughtry. Bounces at the plate, 1-1 the count. Portageville up 1-0. So we play here in the third inning. 1 run, 2 hits for Portageville. No runs, 1 hit so far for South Callaway. This curveball is high from Benthal. Count now 2-1. Looking at the pitcher's batting numbers, Dane Daughtry is a junior and batting .308 on the season. So the number 9 hitter, a good average at the plate. This pitch headed home. And a ground ball is going to just get by diving Bo Warren at second base into right field. Bo laid out and tried to come up with the ball, but it gets by him, and a leadoff single. Jeffries gets it back in, and we're going back to the top of the order. There's Jacob Martin, who walked in the ball game. Again, Jacob Martin, .754, the batting average on the season. That means 1 out of 3 times he's not getting a hit, and let's hope that's right here. Maybe he'll hit one to one of the middle infielders, and we'll get the double play for the leadoff man on and the throw to first. And Daughtry in there safely. Frakes having to reach across the runner to catch that one. This is the part of the lineup, you know, South Callaway likes to have coming to the plate, especially with a runner on, and that's probably why Daughtry bats to the number 9 hole and batting over .300 on the season. He kind of sets up Martin, who's a normal leadoff hitter. And with the runner on base, he's even more dangerous with that high batting average. This pitch hits him, so the first 2 have reached. A base hit and hit by a pitch, and that brings up
the shortstop, number 13,
Ryan Leeper.
Ryan Leeper.
So Ryan, his first plate appearance, grounded out. He had a fielder's choice as he hit one to Warren at second. Daughtry at second, Martin at first, and there's nobody out here in the top of the third. Number 2 hitter at the plate. And this shortstop's a dandy. Left-handed hitting shortstop. Outfield pretty much straight away, but shading just a bit to the right side is Dunlap. And here's a line drive. They'll field at second. They'll throw back to second, to first. Triple play! Triple play, ladies and gentlemen. A line drive, Warren. He threw to Frakes, and then they double off Daughtry at second. You don't see it very often, but a triple play gets the Bulldogs out of the top of the third after 2 runners on and nobody out. Holy smokes, what a play by the Portageville Bulldogs. They'll come to the plate bottom half of the third, leading this one 1-0.
When you're not feeling well, you want to see a friendly, helpful face behind that pharmacy counter. That's what you'll always get with Trey Roan at Butler Drug in downtown Portageville. Butler Drug is your local Health Mart pharmacy where we know your name, not just your refill number. We offer name brand and generic prescriptions, and we're here to help with over-the-counter meds too. Butler Drug prides itself in dispensing knowledge, not just prescriptions. Make sure you check out Annie Kate's Gifts and Collectibles next time you're in. Butler Drug, open Monday through Friday from 9 until 6.
Nutrient Ag Solutions is dedicated to helping farmers achieve maximum success by providing products and services their customers need to grow the best crops possible. Nutrient Ag Solutions provides experience, knowledge, and total product offerings to help farmers compete in today's ag industry. Not only do they have the products you require, like fertilizer, chemicals, and seed, but they also provide agronomic services that farmers need to succeed. Profit from their experience at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Dr. David M. Boyd, DMD, and the We Care team in Portageville are proud supporters of both high school sports and Bright Smiles. The office is open and they're seeing patients to ensure your good dental health and a smile. Please call them at 573-379-3650 to schedule an appointment. You may also visit the website at drdavidboyd.com. Go team from Dr. David M. Boyd, DMD, and the We Care team. Call 379-3650. Dr. Boyd congratulates all area teams and sends best wishes for another successful season.
Coming up for the Bulldogs, Rylan Parton, the left fielder, followed by Dunlap and Warren. So 9-1-2. And a triple play gets Portageville out of the last inning. And here's a ball outside. So 2-0, I believe, the count now on the batter. Rylan Parton, and he takes this one inside, ball 3. I used to do my scoring on a game changer on a tablet, and I've never entered a triple play. I was wondering if there was a button for that, and there is, believe it or not. And a 4-pitch walk, and Parton will reach base. Back to the top of the order, and here's Aaron Dunlap.
Top of the order, number 4, Aaron Dunlap.
Well, what a play. A line drive to Warren. He threw it over to first base to Frakes, who threw down to Adams, covering the bag, doubling off the runner at second. But it all started with the second baseman, Warren, snagging the line drive. Both base runners thought for sure that was going to be a base hit. Now Dunlap takes this one inside, gets away from the catcher, and Parton will reach second on ball 1. And it actually hits the batter. They're going to say the curveball hit Dunlap in the batter's box. So the first 2 on for Portageville. And here's Bo Warren. Mentioned Bo getting the big line drive out and starting the triple play. Now the coach will come out for South Callaway and check with the home plate umpire. Now they may appeal to one of the base umpires to see if the ball might have hit the batter. I think that's what the discussion is all about here. Sometimes it's really hard to tell on a breaking pitch that hits on this artificial surface, because sometimes it can take a crazy hop. Warren didn't immediately, or Dunlap didn't immediately go down to first base, and sometimes that's an indication. Now there's a discussion with the South Callaway coach, and the decision of hit by pitch will stand. So Dunlap at first, Parton at second, nobody out, and here's Warren at the plate. Bo is hitting .333 on the season. Portageville leading 1-0, and it'd be fitting for the second baseman who started that triple play come up with a big hit here in this third inning. He shows bunt, goes after it, misses it, and the runners will move up on the play as it gets by Reese, the catcher. So that's better than a bunt. You don't give up an out. It's a strike on the missed bunt attempt as Parton goes to third on the pitch, and Dunlap goes down to second base on the pitch. So a couple of runners in scoring position for Warren. Infield comes in. They'll try to get the force out at home. Pitch to Warren is a breaking pitch, a beauty, called strike 2. 0-2 now to Warren. Portageville with the first 2 runners on. Now they're at second and third, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch from Daughtry to Bo Warren. Hit back up the middle. The shortstop will field, come to the plate, and the tag in time. Man, the shortstop, he is a dandy. As Ryan Leeper made a wonderful diving stop, came up, throws it home on the out, on the fielder's choice. Reese with a quick slap tag. Parton was out at the plate. Dunlap at third. Warren down at first. Now Mason Adams will come to the plate. Mason, .392 on the season. Just trying to get another run across here, and a great play by the shortstop. Runner goes on the first pitch. The throw down to second is high, and the shortstop will cut it off, and the runner stays at third. So ball 1 and a stolen base. So now a base hit by Adams can drive in a couple of more runs. Good speed on the base pass. Dunlap and Warren out on the base pass. And Adams at the plate. Left-handed hitting shortstop for the Bulldogs with the infield in. Pops it up. On the infield. Now the shortstop will call and make the play. So it's 2 down. Runners at second and third.
For out number 2.
So a pop out on the infield. Lepper will take care of that one, and Trey Benthel at the plate. He has one of the 2 Portageville hits in the ball game. Trey could help his own cause with another hit, put his Bulldogs up 3-0, and he fouls the first one right back toward us. I mean, really close to us back here, is just to my right. No balls, 1 strike, the count to Trey Benthal. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Portageville threatening, but 2 outs in the inning. Here's another foul ball back at me. Man, they are. I had one to my right and one to my left. Trey, I'd rather you put it out the other direction here. Outfield straight away and fairly shallow. Boy, if he hits one over the center fielder's head, we going to have some action here at the ballpark. Runners at second and third, 2 down, the 0-2 pitch to Trey Benthal. Trey takes a curveball outside, ball 1. The South Callaway fans wanted that one called, but the catcher set up almost over in the left-hand batter's box. As the cleanup hitter for Portageville, they're trying to be careful with runners at second and third. Daughtry, he'll probably throw him another curveball here, and he's a fastball high and inside. His ball 2, 2-2. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Portageville with a run in the second inning, looking for a run here or 2 in the third or more. And the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs and 2 on to the plate. Outside is ball 3. Another breaking pitch, and it looks like they're being very, very careful with Trey Benthal at the plate. Trey with a deep breath. 3-2 the count. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And the pitch headed home. Trey fouls it straight back again. The count remains 3-2. Good cut that time by Benthal. And Daughtry with a 3-2 count gets a new baseball. Runners at second and third for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the third. The pitch headed home. Trey again fouls it out of play. This one's not going to get me. It's going to land among the Portageville fans behind the first base dugout. And the count remains 3-2. A triple play in the bottom half of the top half of the third inning, turned by Portageville. That was quite a feat. And now first 2 runners reached, and the 3-2 pitch headed home, and Trey pops it up, and it will get out of play now over the third base dugout. Now the fans get out of the way of that one wisely. And the count 3-2 remains to Trey Benthal. Down at second base is Bo Warren. Aaron Dunlap at third. 2 outs in the inning. Portageville had runners at second and third. Nobody out in the inning. Trying to get a run home. The 3-2 pitch is hit high and deep to left field, but right at the left fielder who will come in and make the catch. Boy, that's a big blow for the Bulldogs of Portageville as they had runners at second and third. Nobody out but come up empty. They lead 1-0 as we go to the fourth right after this.
If you're looking for a place to have a great workout, look no further than Swede's Gym. Getting and staying in shape isn't always easy, but don't tell the folks at Swede's Gym. Excellent state-of-the-art equipment, an easier than ever pay system, 24-hour access with security, and free Wi-Fi offer you less excuses and more incentive to reach your full physical potential. Call Jimmy Fisher at 573-391-4100 to get started today.
And fans reminded that
The City of Portageville is a sponsor and supporter of the Portageville Bulldogs and wishes the team continued success. The Bulldogs are great ambassadors for the entire community, and all good wishes are extended to the players, coaches, and fans from the Board of Aldermen, City Hall staff, and city employees who agree that the community is fortunate to be represented by such a fine group of athletes. Good luck, Bulldogs. Here's wishing you all the best from the City of Portageville.
As your District 149 State Representative, Donnie Brown knows the value of high school sports activities and how sports help to shape our young people for the challenges of tomorrow. That's why Donnie Brown is pleased to be a broadcast sponsor of high school sports. Good luck and best wishes to all from your District 149 State Representative, the Honorable Donnie Brown, serving the citizens of New Madrid, Pemiscot, and Mississippi counties. Paid for by Citizens for Donnie Brown. Angie Kellums, Treasurer.
Top of the fourth inning we go. Our broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for South Callaway. And Trey Benthal, 33 pitches through 3 innings. And Owen Reese, the catcher, will lead things off. Trey Benthal on the mound, and he shows bunt, and he takes it high and inside. Ball 1. Boy, triple play got the Bulldogs out of a first and second jam with nobody out in the top of the third. Portageville had runners at second and third, but did not score a run in the bottom half of the inning. Now the number 3 hitter, Reese, will fly ball out to right field to Jeffries, who's in his tracks, will make the play for out number 1.
And Connor Jeffries makes the
Connor Jeffries had him played perfectly out in right field, so the first man retired. And the cleanup hitter, Ethan Edwards, will come to the plate. Edwards with one of the 2 hits for South Callaway. As Ethan's base hit was a single on a little bloop fly ball over Mason Adams' head at shortstop. His first plate appearance. The curveball is inside. Ball 1 to Ethan Edwards. Seen a little bit of everything so far at this ball game. You see a triple play. That's something you don't see very often, and we've had one here in this one. This ball is popped up. First baseman Thomas Frakes will call for it, and Thomas handles the pop fly for out number 2. First 2 retired. 2 outs, nobody on, and it'll be Jones, the third baseman, coming to the plate. Tucker's first plate appearance. He was out on the ground out to Bo Warren at second base. Trey Benthal only 4 pitches and 2 outs here in this inning. And here's a fly ball down the right field line. Tougher play for Jeffries, but he's over near the line and makes the play for out number 3. 1, 2, 3. South Callaway retired top of the fourth. Portageville's turn when we return right after this.
The Portageville School District Board of Directors salutes the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Board President Mark Moody, Vice President Micah Rohn, Secretary Jarrett Warren, Treasurer Ronnie G. Adams, and members Ronnie K. Adams, Michael Prince, Patty Johnson, and Superintendent of Schools Michael Allred. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
I think I came up with the perfect slogan for Juju Promotions.
Cool, let's hear it.
Juju Promotions. If you can think it, we can ink it.
That is perfect. It covers everything a local business, corporation, school, church, sports team, fundraiser, anything any individual can think of.
Exactly. T-shirts, sports uniforms, hats, signs, banners, decals, pens, cups, whatever. If you can think it, we can ink it.
You nailed this one, bud. Juju Promotions in New Madrid, 573-748-4040, and on Facebook. If you can think it, we can ink it.
Juju Promotions would like to thank coaches McFerrin and Jenkins and the entire Eagles basketball team for such an exciting basketball season.
Bottom of the fourth we go. It'll be Frakes, Bradley, and Bogan for Portageville, leading 1-0. Dane Daughtry, 49 pitches through 3 innings, will be back out on the hill. The right-hander is limited. Portageville only 2 hits in the ball game. Portageville with a run. Off of those 2 hits, South Callaway also with just 2 hits in the ball game, and ball 1 to Thomas Frakes. And we're underway here in the bottom of the fourth. Portageville needs, in this defensive struggle, it would be really, really big if they could. First, if they could have scored with second and third, nobody out back in the 3rd inning. I know that hurts, but just forget about that and let's get them here in the 4th. It's Thomas Frakes at the plate. Thomas hits it to the third baseman on a couple of hops. Jones across the diamond, and again, the defense on this one has been outstanding for out number 1.
Carter Jones scoops up the ground ball, throws.
So the first man retired, and Carson Bradley comes to the plate.
The batter, number 2.
Carson's first plate appearance, he popped out to the shortstop. Big hole up the middle side of the infield as the shortstop Leaper is shaded over toward third. Here's a curveball low to Bradley, ball 1. 1-0, and we are already in the bottom of the 4th inning. Portageville leads in this first semifinal of the day in Class 3 baseball. Ball 2 is inside, 2-0. Seen a triple play turned by Portageville defensively. Good defense all the way around for both teams. Now the 2-0 pitch to Carson Bradley is hit to the shortstop. That's where you don't want to hit it, as Leaper will throw to first, and there's out number 2.
Fields the ground ball. Throws it to Edwards at first.
So 2 down for Portageville, and the catcher, Jaquan Bogan, comes to the plate. Jaquan with an RBI hit right back up the middle to drive in the lone run of this ball game, his first at bat. Bats with 2 outs and nobody owns. See if the Bulldogs of Portageville can get a 2-out rally going here. Ball 1 is outside and low. Final 4 from Ozark, Missouri, in Sky Bacon Stadium, formerly known as U.S. Ballpark. The next pitch to Bogan, foul down the third baseline, 1-1 the count. This is the type of game that's a nail-biter, and I know all the fans listening in and our broadcasts back home feeling the same way with a 1-0 lead. Now the 1-1 pitch is low, ball 2. Anything can happen in a one-run ball game, especially with the pressure of Final 4 semifinal game. This pitch is inside, ball 3. 3-1 to Bogan. Johnson in the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch to Bogan from Dane Daughtry. High hopper down the third baseline is going to be fielded foul outside the bag at third. So Bogan will go back to the plate. Again, the batting average for Bogan on the season, .463 for the sophomore catcher. Three and two the count to Bogan. Outfield shallow and straight away with 2 down and the 3-2. Now the pitcher, Daughtry, wants a different baseball, and he'll get one. Three and two, 2 down, and Bogan now ready for the 3-2 pitch from Daughtry, and he hits it on the ground to third. Jones again fields, throws to first, and a strike for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, Bulldogs retired in the 4th. We go to the 5th. South Callaway bats, trailing Portageville 1-0.
DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company is proud to be a Portageville Bulldog sponsor and encourages their many friends to support Bulldog sports again this year. DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company is and always has been family-owned. DeLeo Funeral Home has served families in Portageville and surrounding areas for well over a century and will be there to assist your family today and always. Remember, whether the game's at home or away, go Bulldogs from DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company in Portageville. Cotton Pick and Clean is your industrial strength cleaning service, specializing in schools, hospitals, and industrial facilities in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Their professional personnel can handle the big cleaning jobs in a professional manner because they are professionals. Call Thomas McAllister at 573-979-4184 or Jeff Wells at 573-820-4476 and solve those cleaning issues once and for all with Cotton Pick and Clean, a supporter of high school sports.
For over 80 years, Pemiscot Dunklin Electric Cooperative has been providing stable, safe, and affordable electricity to our members. Now, they've added Pemiscot Dunklin Fiber, a world-class fiber optic network offering super-fast gigabit internet, ultra-high-definition TV, and crystal-clear phone services. Plus, you'll always get top-notch customer service with local representatives you know. PDEC and Pemiscot Dunklin Fiber. Stop by their new location at 805 1st Street in Kennett or learn more at pdec.coop.
Back at the Final Four, our broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet as we go to the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Portageville. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order due up for South Callaway. It is Allen, Mealy, and Thomas facing Trey Benthal. Trey, through 4 innings of work, only 38 pitches. Well, this has been a defensive gym. We've seen a triple play pulled by the Portageville Bulldogs in this one, and Trey Benthal giving up only 2 hits so far in the ballgame. Braden Allen, the right fielder, will lead things off for South Callaway. He was a strikeout victim to Benthal in his first plate appearance. Right-handed hitting right fielder in the box, and Trey Benthal's first pitch. He throws butt, and he bunts it foul at the plate. Strike 1. Racing in was Johnson at third when he saw the batter square around. I mentioned the lower half of this batting order for South Callaway. The averages are not real good. 229 the average for Allen on the season. And Coach Lipper's just trying to get the leadoff man on, trying to drop a bunt down, put it in play. Now Allen back at the plate, and Benthal's next pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's strike 2. To Braden Allen. Portageville Bulldogs outfield straightaway. Now the infield back with 2 strikes on the batter, Allen. Trey comes set in the 0-2 pitch, headed to the plate. Foul ball down the right side. It is up in the stands beyond the first base dugout. Count remains 0-2. Ball game just about 1 hour old here at the Final Four at Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, Missouri, formerly known as U.S. Ballpark. The 0-2 pitch from Benthal. Ground ball to the shortstop. Tough play. Adams in the hole. Throw across is not in time. Adams had to go way over toward third. Backhand it, and it was going to be a tough play as far as he had to go, and an infield single by Allen is how we start the top of the 5th inning. Chase Mealy will now come to the plate, the DH for South Callaway. Chase batting average 269 on the season. Third baseman Johnson comes in to protect against the bunt. Middle infield at double play depth. Breaks, holds the runner on at first, and here's a bunt down the first baseline, and it's foul, strike 1. Mealy, just 7 hits on the season. Not sure how much he has been in there the regular season, the freshman. Would probably expect another bunt attempt here. And the 0-1 pitch. And here is a bunt, and it's foul at the plate. And it's quickly 0-2 to Chase Mealy. Trey Benthal. Portageville pitcher with a new baseball. Goes back to the mound. 0-2. A strikeout would be big here with Mealy at the plate, the number 7 order hitter. Allen, the base runner at first, with an infield hit to start the inning. The 0-2 pitch. Ball popped up, and it will get out of play. Count remains 0-2. It's Parton in left, Dunlap in center, Jeffries out in right field, and the outfield kind of protecting the right field line. Johnson in a bit just at third, middle infield at double play depth. The 0-2 pitch is high, ball 1, 1-2. Breaks holding on Allen at first base. It's a 1-0 Portageville lead, a leadoff infield single for Allen. He's at first base, and 1-2. The count to Chase Mealy, the pitch from Trey Benthal. With the runner going, this one's popped up. Going back is Bogan, and it will get back out of play. Again, it hits just right to the right of me on a hop. And the count remains 1-2 to Chase Mealy. I've been here for several Final Four games, and I've never had so many balls land close to me, but I've had 3 in the last 2 innings. I can't recall the last time I've had any that close to me, but They're gunning for me here today. Portageville's gunning for a double play. Mealy at the plate with a 1-2 count. Runner at first, nobody down. He shows bunt and puts it in play. They're going to try to get to Forrest at second and will. Relay to first, not made. Warren covering the bag, and a great play by the pitcher, Trey Benthel. And so 1 out in the inning. So the ball in play and the bunt and the fielder's choice. Trey will go down to Warren for the out. Down at second, Allen forced out. Now Mealy the runner and J.T. Thomas at the plate. J.T. Thomas grounded into a double play, his first at bat. Now a runner coming on for South Callaway. Will be Bosey, I believe, coming on to do the running. The double play hit by Thomas was a bouncing ball to Frakes with a runner at first. Frakes stepped on the bag, threw down to second, and the tag was made by Adams. One of the toughest double plays that you'll see. And we've also had a triple play turned by Portageville in this one. Runner at first and 1 down. Portageville leading 1-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Thomas, the right-handed hitter, and Benthal looks in and pitch. Grounder to short. Backhander by Adams, and he won't have a play as Mason dove for that one, backhands it, and hopefully he's not injured on the play. Looked like his hand turned up under his arm that time after getting the hard ground ball. So a couple of infield hits. Mealy to second, Thomas to first. And now the pitcher, Daughtry, will come to the plate. He is 1 for 1 on the day. Daughtry's single on a ground ball to right field. Coming in is Frakes at third. The leadoff man with a 750-plus average in the on-deck circle. That's Martin. They show bunt, and they bunt it down the first baseline. First baseman will field, and the throw to first hits the runner, and that will allow a run to score from third. Benthal fields it, tries to throw down to first, and now Coach Trover is going to say was the runner running outside of the line. But that's not the case, so a run will score, and we're tied with a bunt. And the error on the throw down to first base. So Mealy will come in to score on the last play. Thomas will move up to third, so it's first and third. Still just 1 out in the inning. Daughtry at first. Coach Trover out visiting with his ball club as we're tied at 1. I mentioned in a 1-0 ball game, just any little thing can turn things around. There's been a couple of little things that could be big things. Portageville not scoring with runners at second and third, nobody out in this ball game. A triple play turned by Portageville in this ball game was a big thing, and that bunt with runners at first and second, and the throw down the first baseline hit the runner, Daughtry, in the back and went into right field. Jeffries retrieved it, but not before the runner scored, and now Martin at the plate. And, folks, this is dangerous territory. Jacob Martin is hitless on the day, but he's reached base both plate appearances, and the senior has a 754 average. 754. Trey Benthal now with 50 pitches in the ball game. So pitch count is not a big issue here. It's more base traffic, and the best hitter for South Callaway at the plate with runners at first and third and only 1 down. First pitch to Jacob Martin is a curveball in the dirt, and Bogan with a nice stop, and that saves a run with Thomas at third. 1-1, we are tied up. Top of the 5th inning in the Class 3 semifinal from Ozark, Missouri. 1-0 the count to Martin. Benthal's next pitch, the runner goes, the throw goes down to second, and it's cut off there, and the steal by Daughtry. So the runner steals second, and that's ball 2 as they're being real careful with Martin. I don't blame him. One bit with a stolen base. If he's hitting over 750 on the season with runners at second and third, I would be real tempted to let him reach base. Infield comes in. They're going to try to get that runner trying to score on a ground ball to an infielder. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. There's strike one. Big cut by Martin. And strike one. Foul ball in the catcher's mitt. So Benthal went right at him. Portageville's had a runner thrown out with the infield in for South Callaway on a ground ball. This pitch in the dirt and backhanded by Bogan. Oh, that's a run-saving play. I say in the dirt, it's in the turf, but that was in the left-handed batter's box and way outside. Bogan had to backhand it. And the runners stay put. 3-1 the count to Jacob Martin. One out, runners at second and third in a tie ball game. Batter Martin steps out. Now he's back in the box. Trey Benthal looks in for the sign. From Jaquan Bogan, his catcher. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Curveball is outside and the base is loaded. They were being careful with Martin. But the shortstop, Ryan Lepper, will come to the plate. Ryan is 0 for 2 on the day. Boy, he has made some defensive play. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, and he lined into a triple play. We don't need a triple play again. All we need is a double play. Middle infield back. Runners at first are the fielders at first and third, Frakes and Johnson. They'll try to get the force out at home. Adams and Warren will try to turn two. Left-handed hitter Lepper at the plate. The first pitch. Hit out to center field. And it's a little blooping fly ball is going to drop right over Warren in front of Dunlap. And a run will score on the play from third, Thomas. Boy, that was a seeing eye single there. A little fly ball that just dropped in past Warren in front of Dunlap and Jeffries. 2-1. South Callaway has taken the lead with one out here in the top of the fifth, and Owen Reese, the catcher, will come to the plate. Boy, there have been some hits that have just been very fortunate for South Callaway. They've had two little bloop hits right over the infielder's head. And here's a fly ball right center field, and this one's a ton of trouble. It's going to get down in front of Dunlap, and 2 runs will score on this play, and it'll be runners at the corners. South Callaway goes up 4-1. That fly ball in right center field. Dunlap was giving chase for it, but couldn't get there. Daughtry scores. Martin scores on the last play. Lepper will go down to third base on the last play. Reese at first, so runners at the corners, and Ethan Edwards, who's 1 for 2. On the afternoon, the cleanup hitter at the plate. Runner goes from first to swing and a miss, and now Reese will be down at second, strike one. Boy, the momentum has certainly changed in this one, and still threatening here in the fifth are the South Callaway Bulldogs. They have scored 4 times here in the inning and lead 4-1. It's threatening for more. 6 hits now in the ball game for South Callaway. Portageville still stuck on 2 hits and 1 run. Here's a line drive up the middle, and there's another hit. 1 run will score. The second runner trying to score, and they're going to hold up the second runner. But it's 5-1 now in favor of South Callaway. A solid base hit right up the middle.
Ryan Lepper for another run for the South Callaway Bulldogs.
Lepper scores. Reese to third. Edwards at first. Now Tucker Jones will come to the plate. Tucker's 0 for 2, and Portageville could really use a strikeout here. 5 runs in this 5th inning, and a bunt attempt is foul at the plate. Runner at first is Edwards. Reese at third. Now Johnson will come in at third. Middle infield still at double play depth for Portageville, and Frakes holding on Edwards at first base. think that was more of a safety squeeze variety there as the runner at first was going and runner at third was waiting to see what happened. And here's a foul ball out of play, and it's 0-2. 0-2, the count to Tucker Jones. 1 out and 5 runs here in the inning for South Callaway. Portageville down 5-1. They have the team that can come back, though. That's no doubt. They have not hit the ball like they can. Only 2 hits so far in the ball game. Now the 0-2 pitch is high and tight, and the runner will go to second. No throw down from Bogan, so takes the double play out of order, and the infield will probably come in for Portageville with a 1-2 count on Tucker Jones. We may have a pinch runner coming on for South Callaway. I believe a runner coming in for Edwards down at second base will be Colton Adrian. Colton Adrian, a pinch runner. 5-1, South Callaway leads. All of the runs coming here in the top of the 5th inning for the South Callaway Bulldogs. 24 pitches for Trey Benthal here in this 5th inning. Now all the infielders will come in. They're going to try not to allow another run. Jones at the plate, and Benthal with a 1-2 pitch headed home, and a little loop. Going to get over the second baseman's head for another hit. That's just a stick-the-bat-out play. The run coming home is going to be safe, and they're going to score 2 on the base hit out to right field. That was just stick the bat out and get it over the drawn-in infielder's head. So a little line drive, base hit will score 2 as Reese scores on the play, and Edwards scores on the last play. Jones to first, and a conference on the mound with all the Portageville infielders gathering around the pitcher, Trey Benthal. They haven't been scorching hits, not in the least, but they have been very well placed, and Portageville's been out-hit 8-2. Portageville's also committed a couple of errors in the ball game that kind of adds to the difficulties, but 7 runs here in the 5th, and South Callaway still with a runner at first and only 1 down, as they're about to bat around here in this 5th inning. Braden Allen, who is 1 for 2 on the day at the plate. Portageville needs that double play. They can come back from a 7-1 deficit. They have 3 more at-bats left in this ball game. Pitch is high and tight, ball 1, but they don't want to give up any more. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but they're facing a pitcher that's certainly not overpowering and Daughtry. But he has kept the Portageville bats off stride so far here in the ball game. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Allen. We see a new pitcher warming up for South Callaway down the left field line. They may decide, they may have a closer that they're going to try to put in, and just looking up and down their lineups at their pitchers, Jacob Martin would probably be that guy, as he's pitched the most innings, 57 on the season. 55 strikeouts and only 17 walks. This pitch is a swing and a miss. It's 1-1 now to Allen. We were cruising along in this one, 1-0 Portageville, until we reached the top of the 5th inning. But the fortunes have changed with 7 runs for South Callaway here in the top of the 5th inning. Trey Benthal comes set, and the pitch home is high. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. Coming in was Johnson from third on the play. As showing bunt that time was Allen. Mealy, who started all of this mess for Portageville, leading off the inning, is in the on-deck circle. Still just 1 out. They batted around and scored 7 runs, runner at first. Pitch is low, ball 3, 3-1 the count. Trey's pitch count at 67, so if you take Trey out of the ball game, he is done for the final 4. A lot of confidence, I know, for the senior right-hander for Portageville, trying to get out of this jam. Foul ball back to the screen. The count goes 3-2. Again, the hits for South Callaway have just been placed in the right places. With the infield drawn in, a little stick the bat out, and a little bloop line drive over Warren's head scored the last 2 runs, and that's just a little indication of how they've done it here in this inning. Now the 3-2 pitch to Allen is high, ball 4, runners at first and second. Here comes Coach Tyler Trover out to the mound as he makes a long, slow walk out to the hill. 69 pitches in the ball game for Trey Benthel. Coach Trover walks up on top of the hill and huddles up with his team, and he knows, and most baseball fans know, they can't allow any more runs. So we're going to have a pitching change as Trey Benthal's day will come to an end. Runners at first and second, and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. We'll tell you about the new Portageville pitcher when we return right after this.
Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid knows their customers depend on quality service, and that's why you can rely on service manager Rodney Seiler and his GM team for complete service on your Chevrolet vehicles. And for quality body repairs, contact Eric Russell. He works on every make and model and coordinates with all insurance companies. Yes, Martindale sells new Chevrolets, but they also offer GM quality parts, service, and body repairs. Visit Martindale Chevrolet on Highway 61 in New Madrid or martindalechevrolet.com.
New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner Mike Kellums is a graduate of Portageville High School and a lifelong Bulldog booster. Commissioner Kellums, along with his wife Renee, are delighted to recognize and sponsor this outstanding team. Commissioner Kellums appreciates all the hard work the teams put into continuing the record of excellence displayed by Portageville High School athletes. Congratulations are in order to the Bulldog coaches, players, students, fans, and members of the Portageville community. Good luck, Bulldogs, and all you do, from your New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner, Mike Kellums.
Let Ellington Insurance help you lower your insurance costs. Ellington Insurance has partnered with a variety of the most reputable insurance companies around to help save you money on your home, auto, life, and health insurance. They offer residential and commercial policies. Ellington Insurance not only saves you money on your premiums, they're part of the community and are here to help you when the need arises. Call or stop in Ellington Insurance today with offices in Portageville, Caruthersville, and Steele, and online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
Well, the new pitcher for Portageville will be Mason Adams. So Adams comes on to do the pitching. For Adams, the junior, looking at his pitching numbers, 1-0 in the season. 14 2/3 innings pitched. The ERA is 1.48. Struck out 15 and walked only 1. And Chase Mealy, who started all of this for South Callaway, will be at the plate. And the first pitch is a ball in there. Xavier Bogan goes to second base. Now for Portageville. Pickoff throw to second. The runner back in there safely. Bo Warren moves from second base over to shortstop. This pitch is low, ball 2. 2-0 to Mealy. Runners at first and second. And 1 down here in the 5th and 7 runs here in the inning. Mason Adams on in relief. Portageville would love the double play ball here. Get out of this inning and go grab the bats. Here's a strike, 2-1, the count to Mealy.
Left fielder flex player number 11, Jake Bowes.
Coming set is Adams. Checks the runners. The pitch, ground ball down the third baseline is foul. 2-2 the count. Now on the batter, Chase Mealy. 7-1, South Callaway leads Portageville. It was 1-0 Portageville after a run in the bottom of the second inning. All zeros for South Callaway until we reach this 5th, and they put 7 on the board and still have runners at first and second and just 1 down. Mason Adams checks the runner at second base. The 2-2 pitch is a curveball, a little bit high, ball 3. 3-2, the count goes full. To Chase Mealy. 10th batter here in the inning to come to the plate for South Callaway. Outfield straight away. Jeffries shading the line in right. The runners go, and the pitch is a called strike 3. The runners will steal the base.
Looking at strike 3, and strikeout recorded for
Jones will steal third without a throw, and Allen will move down to second base.
J.T. Thomas.
Without a throw, and now J.T. Thomas at the plate. J.T. grounded into a double play and singled on an infield hit in this ball game. Just an example of some of these hits that South Callaway has gotten. They've had some pretty good hits, but most of them have just been placed at the right spot and just the right mojo to get it past the Portageville defenders. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Little blue pitch over the infielder's head. Here's a called strike, 1-1, the count to J.T. Thomas from Mason Adams. Runners at second and third for South Callaway, and 2 outs here. Top of the 5th and 7 runs in. 7-1. South Callaway, a swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count on Thomas as Mason Adams tries to get out of this inning. Portageville still has 9 outs, and they're not going to go quietly. I'll promise you that. This pitch in the dirt. Again, a run saved by Bogan as he blocks that one. Here on the turf, that one hit out in the left-hand batter's box, and Bogan, good quickness behind the plate, slid out, and had it go off his chest protector and rolled just a few feet down the first baseline. Runners stay put at second and third in the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs to Thomas. It's a curveball, ball 3. Missed inside, and the count goes full, 3-2 to Thomas. Daughtry, the pitcher in the on-deck circle, the number 9 hitter, but he's batting in the 300s on the season, so they want to get Thomas here. The 3-2 pitch, ground ball, high hopper to third. Tough play. The throw across is going to get past the first baseman, and 2 more runs will score. Frakes tried to scoop it, but the throw was low from Johnson. And down to second base will be Thomas, the batter, and it is 9-1 in favor of South Callaway. Tough play for Johnson as he had to field it over the bag, but Allen also scores on the play after it got by the first baseman. And it's 9-1. Thomas at first, and Daughtry, the number 9 hitter, at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 9 runs in this 5th inning. I would have never have thought that would happen against a Portageville opponent, but you just don't know in a Final Four situation. Here's a curveball inside, ball 1. Portageville needs to pay attention to those curveballs that's not being called strikes on the inside corner and lay off of them, because they have only managed 2 hits so far against a curveball throwing pitcher. Here's a breaking pitch, and Daughtry swings and misses. And the count 1-2. 9-1 South Callaway, top of the 5th inning. Mason Adams, 1 strike away of finally putting this inning to an end. Misses high at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. Adams comes set in the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the inning finally comes to an end. 9 runs in the top of the 5th for South Callaway, and Portageville trailing now 9-1 as they bat bottom half of the 5th right after this.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-thru pickup. Join My McDonald's Rewards.
Earn points for free food at McDonald's. Download the app today. Your local McDonald's is proud to be part of the community and is happy to support area youth. Everyone at your local McDonald's wishes all the area teams the best of luck.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axial Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add the automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest Command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axial Flow Combines. Available at Baker Implement with locations throughout southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas.
Number 10.
Connor Johnson leads things off and takes ball one for Portageville as we start action in the bottom of the fifth. Parton and Dunlap to follow. A swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Johnson. 9 runs in the top half of the fifth inning for South Callaway. Here's a base hit up the middle, and that's only the third hit of the ball game, but a good start to the bottom of the fifth. Connor Johnson with a solid single. Line drive right back up the middle, and here is Rylan Parton. Rylan Parton, left-handed hitter, coming to the plate. There's Rylan. Walked his first plate appearance. Portageville still with 9 outs remaining in this semifinal game, so they just have to keep chipping away. It'd be nice to put up a big crooked number on the scoreboard here. Throw to first, and Johnson back in there safely. 9 runs, 8 hits for South Callaway. The pitch is outside, ball one to Parton. Daughtry is certainly not overpowering. I've said it several times, and I think for Portageville, they're going to have to make sure the pitchers are in the strike zone because this umpire will not call it a strike if it's not over the plate. And here's ball two outside. Don't just swing at anything that you think you can put in play. Portageville has done that, and it's really cost them so far in this ball game after only their third hit coming with a single to start this inning. Here's a strike called, 2-1 the count to Rylan Parton. Back to the top of the order, Dunlap in the on-deck circle for Portageville. 2-1 the count to Parton. Takes this one for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Daughtry started the inning with only 60 pitches thrown as he started work in the fifth inning. 2-2 the count to Parton, and he takes ball three, and now the runner is going to be picked off at first, but the throw goes into right field, and the runner Johnson is going to round and go down to third base, and he's there with nobody out. A ball they tried to throw behind Johnson at first, but the throw went into right field from the catcher and all the way to third. On the throwing error by the catcher, Reese allows Johnson to reach third. So Parton now with a 3-2 count, trying to drive in another run, takes strike three at the knees. First out of the inning, a strikeout on Parton. And here's Aaron Dunlap coming to the plate.
Brings up top of the order, number 4, Aaron Dunlap.
Aaron's 0 for 1 on the day as he has been hit by a pitch and grounded out to first. Runner at third, 1 out. Portageville had runners at second and third, nobody out, and did not score earlier in the ball game. Curveball is outside, ball one to Aaron Dunlap. With a 9-run lead, the middle infielders are not in like they were earlier in the ball game. Getting the second out would be more important, I think, to South Callaway. The curveball is high to Dunlap, ball two. 2-0 the count. Portageville needing base runners, hits and runs here, down 9-1. Throw to third, and the runner back in there safely. 1 run on 3 hits. Portageville's also committed 3 errors in the ball game. The 2-0 pitch headed home. Inside corner is a fastball for a strike. 2-1 to count to Aaron Dunlap. Outfield plays Dunlap way around the pool. There's a ton of room in left center field. Aaron takes it high and outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count. The pitcher, Daughtry, wants a new baseball. Dunlap wants to drive in a run here. The runner at third and 1 down. Preferably with a base hit. Infield way back now as they're going to let the run score on a ground ball, as they'll try to take the out. And the 3-1 pitch outside ball 4. So runners at the corners for the Bulldogs. 1 down, and here's Bo Warren. Now a trip out to the mound is Daughtry. 74 pitches in the ball game, and I mentioned they probably have a pitcher that has a little more giddy up and go on it, and they may be going to it, but I know Portageville likes that a little better than the breaking stuff, as I talked to Coach Tyler Trover about that not only this season and in previous seasons. But so far, no move has been made. Daughtry still with the baseball in his hands. 1 out, runners at the corners, and Warren at the plate. Warren with a .333 average. 23 RBIs on the season, and Portageville would like to see another one or two here if he could hit one in the gap. Big, spacious ballpark, 330 down the lines, 375 to the alleys, and 400 straightaway center field. Johnson at third, Dunlap at first.
Getting the batter, number 22, Bo Warren.
Warren trying to pull Portageville a little closer. Now the infield creeps in a bit, and ball 1 is inside to Warren. I wouldn't think that the pitcher Daughtry is going to go too much deeper in this ball game if he cannot retire Warren here. The 1-0 pitch. The curveball, a little blooper on the infield, is going to be caught by the shortstop. And there's 2 down.
Shortstop Ryan.
Little pop fly, and Lepper right there to handle that one. Very easy play for the shortstop. And there's 2 down, and it's up to Mason Adams if Portageville is going to score here in the bottom of the 5th.
Brings up the bat.
Left-handed hitting Mason Adams at the plate. Has grounded to second and popped out to short. Portageville's popped out a lot in this ball game. They had not made solid contact on Daughtry, the pitcher. Breaking pitch is outside ball 1 to Adams. See if we can get it started with 2 outs here. Bulldogs, bottom of the 5th, trailing 9-1. Runners at the corners. Daughtry's pitch to Mason Adams is outside ball 2. 2-0. Trey Benthal in the on-deck circle for Portageville. Now the runner goes, pitch is low, and that's ball 3, and Dunlap now at second base. So a base hit could drive in 2. Or a ball would load the bases with 2 outs for the cleanup hitter, Trey Benthal, coming to the plate. 3-0 the count to Mason Adams. Mason takes ball 4. So bases loaded for the Bulldogs and 2 down. Trey Benthal coming to the plate. The senior, 1 for 2, is singled on a ground ball to left and flied out to left. Pretty well hit ball, but Bosey out and left had him played perfectly. And he's playing him deep here. They don't want to get any ball getting to the outfield fence. And Trey smokes this one to the third baseman. A line drive, and Jones catches it for the out. Portageville strands the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. South Callaway bats in the 6th, leading this one 9-1.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506. Bulldogs.
Peace of mind means that you can breathe easy and relax. It means that you're covered, you're protected. At First State Community Bank, your financial well-being is our top priority. That's why we offer ID Protect with our preferred checking account. ID Protect provides credit monitoring, identity theft protection, 3-in-1 credit reporting, and most importantly provides you with peace of mind for you and your family. Ask about preferred checking with ID Protect today. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Farmers, does your supplier seem more interested in what benefits them than you? Well, then you need to see Greenpoint Ag in Portageville. Their field agronomists will develop a cost-effective program based on sound agronomy and economics. They have dry and liquid fertilizers available and even custom applications. They have all the brand name seeds, seed treating, chemicals, as well as cost-saving generics. And their precision agronomy service will handle variable rate application, tissue sampling, and crop scouting. See the professionals at Greenpoint Ag on Highway T South in Portageville or give them a call today at 573-379-3816.
Top of the sixth inning we go. Our broadcast powered by Martindale Chevrolet. Our title sponsors for our broadcast, Jacob Martin, now will lead things off. Jacob Martin, not an official at bat and batting over 750 on the season, and he puts this one in play, and Portageville's going to get him out. A little pop fly to Johnson at third for out number one. That's how we start the top of the sixth.
On the soft fly in the infield.
Portageville with the bases loaded, and Trey Benthal scorched a line drive, but right at the third baseman with two outs, and Portageville stranding the bases loaded, didn't get a run in that fifth inning. Now here's the shortstop Lepper, takes ball one outside from Mason Adams. 9 runs, 8 hits for South Callaway, and they had a throwing error by the catcher that let runner move around to third, but it's not up on the scoreboard. Ball 2 is outside to Lepper. 1 run, 3 hits. That's it for Portageville. Portageville has committed 3 errors in the ball game. Here's a base hit by Lepper in left center field, and this is going to get down. Dunlap chases after it. Will cut it off, but it'll be a 1-out double by Ryan Lepper.
Ryan Lepper with a double to left center field.
Little line drive to left center field. Dunlap had to go a long way to get to it.
Number 15.
That brings in Owen Reese, the catcher. Reese is 1 for 3, and Portageville cannot afford to give up any more runs. Trailing by 8. Reese is 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch is hit out to left field. Pretty well hit, but the left fielder is right there for Portageville. For the out, Trey Benthal, after leaving the pitching mound, moving out to left field, handled that for out number 2. Runner stays at second base, and that's Lepper. And here's Ethan Edwards. 2 down, runner at second. We are in the top of the sixth inning. 9-1, South Callaway. First pitch headed home. Here's a line drive. Is caught by Warren at short. Nice play, Warren. As he robbed Ethan Edwards, and South Callaway strands a runner in the sixth. Portageville bats bottom of the sixth, trailing this one 9-1.
Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid knows their customers depend on quality service, and that's why you can rely on service manager Rodney Seiler and his GM team for complete service on your Chevrolet vehicles. And for quality body repairs, contact Eric Russell. He works on every make and model and coordinates with all insurance companies. Yes, Martindale sells new Chevrolets, but they also offer GM quality parts, service, and body repairs. Visit Martindale Chevrolet on Highway 61 in New Madrid or martindalechevrolet.com.
When you're not feeling well, you want to see a friendly, helpful face behind that pharmacy counter. That's what you'll always get with Trey Roan at Butler Drug in downtown Portageville. Butler Drug is your local Health Mart pharmacy where we know your name, not just your refill number. We offer name brand and generic prescriptions, and we're here to help with over-the-counter meds too. Butler Drug prides itself in dispensing knowledge, not just prescriptions. Make sure you check out Annie Kate's Gifts and Collectibles next time you're in. Butler Drug, open Monday through Friday from 9 until 6.
Nutrient Ag Solutions is dedicated to helping farmers achieve maximum success by providing products and services their customers need to grow the best crops possible. Nutrient Ag Solutions provides experience, knowledge, and total product offerings to help farmers compete in today's ag industry. Not only do they have the products you require, like fertilizer, chemicals, and seed, but they also provide agronomic services that farmers need to succeed. Profit from their experience at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Thomas Frakes.
Bottom of the sixth, Thomas Frakes leads things off, facing Dane Daughtry, and he takes strike one, and we're underway here in the bottom of the sixth. Our broadcast presented by Martindale Chevrolet. Bulldogs trailing 9-1, trying to work back into this. 6 outs remaining in the semifinal game. Ball one is back to the screen. 9 runs, 9 hits for South Callaway. Now they put that error up on the board for South Callaway. One run on 3 hits for Portageville and another pop-up. This time Martin, the second baseman, goes back and makes the play for out number 1.
Makes the catch.
Pop fly and the batter out. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Carson Bradley will come to the plate.
Brings up the bat number 2, Carson Bradley.
Carson's popped out and grounded out, both to the shortstop. That's where you don't want to hit it, and he takes ball 1. Lipper has played an outstanding shortstop in this ball game. We've seen some really good defensive plays in this contest for both teams. Portageville turning a double play. Ball 2 is low to Bradley. Portageville needs some runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Their only run coming in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Only 3 hits on the afternoon. The 2-0 pitch to Bradley is a curveball, and that's a beauty called strike. Daughtry with 87 pitches. They would like to see him get through this one, and they'll put in their closer for the 7th. Ball 3 is low, 3-1. Or they may put someone else in with an 8-run lead unless Portageville can pull a little closer. Now the 3-1. Outside is ball 4. Good at bat, Carson Bradley.
Jaquan
Bogan now comes to the plate. Jaquan with the RBI for Portageville in the ball game. A single back up the middle. He's also grounded out to third this afternoon. First pitch to Bogan. Ground ball to third. Could be 2. Out at second is 1. The relay to first. Double play. Double play ends the 6th for Portageville as another fine defensive play for South Callaway. And we'll go to the 7th inning. South Callaway bats, leading this one 9-1.
Dr. David M. Boyd, DMD, and the We Care team in Portageville are proud supporters of both high school sports and Bright Smiles. The office is open and they're seeing patients to ensure your good dental health and a smile. Please call them at 573-379-3650 to schedule an appointment. You may also visit the website at drdavidboyd.com. Go team from Dr. David M. Boyd, DMD, and the We Care team. Call 379-3650. Dr. Boyd congratulates all area teams and sends best wishes for another successful season.
If you're looking for a place to have a great workout, look no further than Swede's Gym. Getting and staying in shape isn't always easy, but don't tell the folks at Swede's Gym. Excellent state-of-the-art equipment, an easier than ever pay system, 24-hour access with security, and free Wi-Fi offer you less excuses and more incentive to reach your full physical potential. Call Jimmy Fisher at 573-391-4100 to get started today.
The City of Portageville is a sponsor and supporter of the Portageville Bulldogs and wishes the team continued success. The Bulldogs are great ambassadors for the entire community, and all good wishes are extended to the players, coaches, and fans from the Board of Aldermen, City Hall staff, and city employees who agree that the community is fortunate to be represented by such a fine group of athletes. Good luck, Bulldogs. Here's wishing you all the best from the City of Portageville.
Mason Adams has finished his warm-up tosses as he will go to work here in the top of the 7th, trying to keep South Callaway right where they are. 9-1, Portageville trails, and boy, it's just been tough luck for Portageville in this ball game. When they hit it hard, it's been right at people, and a double play to end the threat in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now Tucker Jones, the third baseman, leading things off. He's 1 for 3, and Swings and misses, strike one. Portageville wants to make certain they don't allow any more runs in this ball game and try to overcome this 8-run deficit when they bat in the bottom half of the 7th. Next pitch headed home. Low, ball one. 1-1 the count to Jones. Feeling some cooler breezes here at the ballpark. See some clouds drifting in from over in the west. Pitch is low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Pretty good chance of rain after the 12 o'clock hour. That's what the weather forecast has shown all day. We'll see how accurate that is as we play here in the 7th inning. Next pitch headed home. A line drive is fouled on the first baseline. The count 2-2 now to Jones. Third baseman, he has made some nice plays for South Callaway. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap to the opponent. In South Callaway, they've put the ball in play, and they put it in play where the Bulldogs were not, and totaled 9 hits in the ball game in 9 runs. Committed only 1 error, and that did not end up hurting South Callaway. A throwing error, the catcher trying to pick off a base runner at first. This pitch is a bouncing ball. Knocked down off the glove of Johnson at third, and it's going to be another error in the ball game. The 4th error on Portageville, and that also has hurt the Bulldogs. As Johnson was going over toward the hole, Warren, the shortstop, was coming on, and Coach Trover is going out to meet with his ball club. Johnson, you normally see the third baseman try to cut off any ground balls like that you can. Coach Trover just meeting with his ball club as the leadoff base runner reaches on an error. I think we have a new pitcher coming on for Portageville, and we do have a pitching change. So we'll tell you about the new pitcher for Portageville when we return right after this.
As your District 149 State Representative, Donnie Brown knows the value of high school sports activities and how sports help to shape our young people for the challenges of tomorrow. That's why Donnie Brown is pleased to be a broadcast sponsor of high school sports. Good luck and best wishes to all from your District 149 State Representative, the Honorable Donnie Brown, serving the citizens of New Madrid, Pemiscot, and Mississippi counties. Paid for by Citizens for Donnie Brown, Angie Kellums, Treasurer.
The Portageville School District Board of Directors salutes the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Board President Mark Moody, Vice President Micah Rohn, Secretary Jarrett Warren, Treasurer Ronnie G. Adams, and members Ronnie K. Adams, Michael Prince, Patty Johnson, and Superintendent of Schools Michael Allred. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
I think I came up with the perfect slogan for Juju Promotions.
Cool, let's hear it.
Juju Promotions. If you can think it, we can ink it.
That is perfect. It covers everything a local business, corporation, school, church, sports team, fundraiser, anything any individual can think of.
Exactly. T-shirts, sports uniforms, hats, signs, banners, decals, pens, cups, whatever. If you can think it, we can ink it.
You nailed this one, bud. Juju Promotions in New Madrid, 573-748-4040, and on Facebook. If you can think it, we can ink it.
Juju Promotions would like to thank coaches McFerrin and Jenkins and the entire Eagles basketball team for such an exciting basketball season.
Moves to the pitcher's mound, and Mason Adams.
Bo Warren will do the pitching, and on the first pitch to Braden Allen, gets a fly ball to center field for out number 1 as Dunlap handled that. Jones stays at first. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Adams moves back to short. Warren now doing the pitching, and here is Chase Mealy. And ball 1 is low to Mealy. 9-1 our score. 4 Portageville errors. They've only managed 3 hits, and during that pitching change, you could see some dejected Portageville Bulldogs out on the field. They know they haven't played their best game. Here's a fly ball out in the right field, and Jeffries will move over and make the catch for out number 2.
Jeffries ranges over into right center field.
2 down, runner remains at first, and it will bring up J.T. Thomas, the center fielder. Thomas is 1 for 3.
J.T. Thomas.
2 outs, runner at first for South Callaway. If you're looking At Portageville, it's going to be Johnson, Parton, and Dunlap due up in the 7th. This pitch popped up on the infield, and Johnson at third will make the play, and that'll do it. As Warren comes in and 4 pitches, gets out of the jam. As Portageville's last chance coming up, bottom of the 7th, trailing 9-1 right after this.
DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company is proud to be a Portageville Bulldog sponsor and encourages their many friends to support Bulldog sports again this year. DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company is and always has been family-owned. DeLeo Funeral Home has served families in Portageville and surrounding areas for well over a century and will be there to assist your family today and always. Remember, whether the game's at home or away, go Bulldogs from DeLeo Funeral Home and Monument Company in Portageville. Cotton Pick and Clean is your industrial strength cleaning service, specializing in schools, hospitals, and industrial facilities in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Their professional personnel can handle the big cleaning jobs in a professional manner because they are professionals. Call Thomas McAllister at 573-979-4184 or Jeff Wells at 573-820-4476 and solve those cleaning issues once and for all with Cotton Pick and Clean, a supporter of high school sports.
Bottom of the 7th, Portageville coming to bat, trailing 9-1. 9 runs in the 5th inning for South Callaway. Portageville scored first in the bottom of the 2nd. 1 run, 3 hits for Portageville, and they need a bunch of them here in the 7th. Connor Johnson will lead things off. He has 1 of the 3 hits for Portageville and takes ball 1.
Connor Johnson.
It has been one of those days for Portageville, and folks, they happen when you get to the Final Four. The 1-0 outside, ball 2. The starter, Dane Daughtry, still out there. That's his 92nd pitch, so he's going to start this 7th inning. South Callaway will probably have to put someone else in if Portageville threatens in the inning, as ball 3 is high. Ball 3 to Connor Johnson. Portageville needs some base runners here. 3-0, the count to Johnson. He'll be taking one. His team down by 8. He takes a pitch for a strike. 3-1, the count to Johnson, leading off the bottom of the 7th, and he takes this one high. Ball 4, lead-off walk. There's a base runner.
Johnson takes his base.
Rylan Parton coming to the plate. Parton has walked and struck out in the ball game.
Correction. Number 5.
Okay, we have a pinch hitter coming in for Parton. As Houston Parton will be at the plate, and Houston takes strike 1 as a pinch hitter coming in for the Bulldogs. Houston Parton. Houston, the sophomore, takes this pitch inside, ball 1. 1-1 the count with Johnson, the base runner at first. Nobody out, bottom of the 7th. Portageville needing 8 runs to push this game to the 8th inning. Trailing 9-1. This pitch is low, ball 2, and the starter Daughtry with 98 pitches now. On the hill. This pitch, a curveball, gets by the catcher to the backstop. So Johnson will move down to second. It's 3-1 now on Houston Parton. Portageville's trying to threaten. They got a lot of ground to make up. Trailing 9-1. Nobody out, and a runner at second, and the curveball stays high. As taking that one was Parton. So the first 2 runners have reached here in the bottom of the 7th. That's the 100th pitch of the ball game for Dane Daughtry, and here's a trip out to the mound. We're probably going to see the pitching change right here, folks. First 2 have reached for Portageville. They need 8 runs to push this game to the 8th inning, and we'll tell you as soon as I see him reach for the baseball, or if Daughtry is going to be facing Dunlap here. He could face Dunlap, as the junior Daughtry with 100 pitches could pitch to Dunlap, and then they would make the pitching change after that. And a long conversation on the mound, and the pitcher Daughtry's going to stay in there to face Dunlap. Aaron is 0 for 1 on the day as he started with a ground out to the first baseman. He's been hit by a pitch and walked, so he's reached base 2 times. And the pitcher, Dane Daughtry, will stay out there. This will be his 101st pitch of the ball game. Johnson at second, Parton at first, and Dunlap at the plate, the left-handed hitter. First pitch to Dunlap is a curveball that's high, ball 1. 1-0. Boy, wouldn't it be something if Portageville came back in this one. First 2 have reached, nobody out, bottom of the 7th, but trailing by 8. Pitches outside, ball 2, 2-0. Portageville needing base runners, needing runs, and not needing to make outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-0 pitch is outside, ball 3, 3-0. First 3 missed out of the zone to Aaron Dunlap, and I'll guarantee you he's not swinging at this one. 3-0 to the leadoff hitter for Portageville as a curveball called strike. The best pitch for Daughtry has been the curveball. It's been his go-to pitch. And a lot of times that causes teams trouble, and it did Portageville today. 3-1, curveball inside corner, called strike 2. So the count goes full to Aaron Dunlap. I would almost bet on another curveball here, as that's been Daughtry's best pitch, the 3-2, with runners at first and second. Curveball is fouled back to the screen. The count remains 3-2. Outfield plays Aaron around to Poole. Again, a big gap in left center field and down the left field line. Runners at first and second, nobody out, bottom of the 7th. The 3-2 pitch is way outside with a pass. Fastball, and the bases are loaded, and we're going to have that pitching change now. Daughtry with 107 pitches, and we'll tell you about the new South Callaway pitcher when we return right after this.
For over 80 years, Pemescott-Dunklin Electric Cooperative has been providing stable, safe, and affordable electricity to our members. Now, they've added Pemescott-Dunklin Fiber, a world-class fiber optic network offering super-fast gigabit internet, ultra-high-definition TV, and crystal-clear phone services. Plus, you'll always get top-notch customer service with local representatives you know. PDEC and Pemescott-Dunklin Fiber. Stop by their new location at 805 1st Street in Kennett, or learn more at pdec.coop.
Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid knows their customers depend on quality service, and that's why you can rely on service manager Rodney Seiler and his GM team for complete service on your Chevrolet vehicles. And for quality body repairs, contact Eric Russell. He works on every make and model and coordinates with all insurance companies. Yes, Martindale sells new Chevrolets, but they also offer GM quality parts, service, and body repairs. Visit Martindale Chevrolet on Highway 61 in New Madrid or martindalechevrolet.com.
New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner Mike Kellums is a graduate of Portageville High School and a lifelong Bulldog booster. Commissioner Kellums, along with his wife Renee, are delighted to recognize and sponsor this outstanding team. Commissioner Kellums appreciates all the hard work the teams put into continuing the record of excellence displayed by Portageville High School athletes. Congratulations are in order to the Bulldog coaches, players, students, fans, and members of the Portageville community. Good luck, Bulldogs, and all you do, from your New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner, Mike Kellums.
Back at the Final Four, our broadcast powered by Martindale Chevrolet. The first baseman will come on and do the pitching. That's Ethan Edwards. He's not their big hoss, as they're hoping Edwards can come in and do the trick. Bases loaded, nobody out. He has pitched 10 in the third innings, 2.77 the ERA. He has walked 2 and struck out 8 on the season. As Ethan Edwards, the new pitcher, and it will be Bo Warren at the plate. And the first pitch in there, a called strike to Warren. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Portageville trailing 9-1. The next pitch, a ground ball to the shortstop. Could be 2. Out at second for 1. The relay to first is not in time, as hustling all the way down was Warren. Portageville gets a run, but that's an out on the fielder's choice. Ground ball to the shortstop, and man, Lipper has made some plays here this afternoon.
Toss over to J.T. Thomas at second for the Force.
Dunlap was forced, and Parton to third, Warren at first, and here's Mason Adams with a runner going on the first pitch, and there's a strike in there at the knees. 0-1 to count to Mason Adams. Mason looking for his first hit of the ball game as he has popped out to short, walked, and grounded out to second. It is 9-2, and this pitch high and outside. Edwards, another one of those pitchers that does not throw very hard. He's coming in relief of the starter, Daughtry. The 1-1, swing and a miss by Adams. It's 1-2. Warren taking second base, so he's down in scoring position. This pitch misses for ball 2. 2-2 with one out. To Mason Adams. See if Mason can drive in two more. It could start to get interesting here, folks. Ball 3. 3-2. Full count to Mason Adams. Trey Benthal in the on-deck circle for Portageville. Runners at second and third, trailing 9-2. The Bulldogs here at the bottom of the seventh with one down. The 3-2 pitch to Adams. Mason takes the strike on the inside corner, and that's called strike 3. Mason knew it. It fooled him on the inside corner, so now 2 down, runners at second and third. Trey Benthal at the plate. Trey lined in to a double play as he lined out to the third baseman his last at bat as he hit it right on the nose a couple of times, but only one hit in the ball game. He's trying to drive in a couple with a base hit, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Trey Benthal. 2 outs and runners at second and third for Portageville. Trailing 9-2 here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Trey hits this one well, deep to left field. This one's going to one-hop the fence. Way to go, Trey. He rounds first. He's going to second, and 2 more runs in the inning. Portageville will not give up without a fight. The high fly ball hits just shy of the 330 mark down the left field line. 2 runs will score on the double, and Portageville has made it a 9-4 ball game. Thomas Frakes now coming to the plate. Thomas trying to make things a little more interesting here. 2 down in the inning, and Thomas grounds it toward the third baseman. Jones Fields throws across, and that's the ball game. 9-4, final score. South Callaway defeats Portageville. We'll come back. Check the final totals right after this.
Let Ellington Insurance help you lower your insurance costs. Ellington Insurance has partnered with a variety of the most reputable insurance companies around to help save you money on your home, auto, life, and health insurance. They offer residential and commercial policies. Ellington Insurance not only saves you money on your premiums, they're part of the community and are here to help you when the need arises. Call or stop in Ellington Insurance today with offices in Portageville, Caruthersville, and Steele, and online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
On a well-played game. Remember, fans, your ticket into today's game allows you to stay.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-thru pickup. Join My McDonald's Rewards.
Earn points for free food at McDonald's. Download the app today. Your local McDonald's is proud to be part of the community and is happy to support area youth. Everyone at your local McDonald's wishes all the area teams the best of luck.
Back at Sky Bacon Stadium in Ozark, a disappointing day for the Portageville Bulldogs, and this big crowd from Portageville making their way over as Portageville falls in the semifinal 9-4 to South Callaway. 9 runs, 9 hits for South Callaway. They committed 1 error in the ball game. For Portageville, 4 runs, 4 hits, and 4 errors. for Portageville. And this one, first run of the ball game coming to Portageville in the bottom of the second inning as Bogan singled up the middle to drive in the first run. It was all zeros till we got to the top of the fifth inning, and then a 9-run fifth inning. South Callaway jumped out to a 9-1 lead. Portageville scored 3 at the bottom of the seventh to pull a little bit closer, but just wasn't enough in this one. 9-4, the final score. As the Bulldogs of Portageville will now play in the third place game tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here in Ozark. I know it's not the finish that Bulldogs wanted in this one, but it was just one of those days. As we look at the hitting for Portageville, only 4 hits on the day. Trey Benthal had a couple of those, a couple of RBIs for Trey in the ball game. Jaquan Bogan was 1 for 3 on the day. And also had an RBI for Portageville. And Connor Johnson was 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored and an RBI in the ballgame. As that was it offensively for Portageville. Trey Benthal had a double in the ballgame. Aaron Dunlap was hit by a pitch. And 4 errors for Portageville. After turning some very nice defensive plays. They even had a triple play in this ballgame, but the defense kind of let Portageville down in this one, and the bats just never got going, managing over the 4 hits in this one, and they fall 9-4, the final score. We will be back with the third place game tomorrow, and we hope you can join us at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning as Portageville will try to go back-to-back with third place victories here at the Final Four in Ozark, Missouri. And looking at the teams that they will face, it will either be Licking or Barstow. That's the teams that will be playing at 1 o'clock here. Directly following this one as they will start their warm-ups just in a minute. But that'll do it for our broadcast. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors who made our broadcast possible. Martindale Chevrolet, our title sponsor for our broadcast from the Final Four. Also special thanks to Tad Jones helping us get all the broadcasts arranged. Our on-site equipment, and Monty Lyons handling all the duties back in the studios. He's standing by to get us back to regular programming. 9-4, the final score. We'll talk to you again with the third place game as Portageville falls to South Callaway this morning from Ozark, Missouri. We'll be on the air at 9:40 tomorrow morning with a pregame show, first pitch, and the third place game at 10 o'clock tomorrow with more Portageville Bulldog baseball.
This has been Portageville Bulldog baseball from the Final Four. Our broadcast has been presented by Martindale Chevrolet in New Madrid. At Martindale Chevrolet, the bottom line is trust. Other broadcast sponsors include Pembescott Dunklin Electric and PD Fiber, Cotton Pick and Clean, the Leo Funeral Home and Monument Company, by Juju Promotions in New Madrid, the Portageville School District, Citizens First State Representative Donnie Brown, the City of Portageville, by New Madrid County District 2 Commissioner Mike Kellums, Swedes Gym, Dr. David M. Boyd, by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Butler Drugs, First State Community Bank in Portageville, Greenpoint Ag, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, by Baker Implement Company in Portageville, by McDonald's, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, and by Ellington Insurance Company. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.